I wanted to talk about Fae elementals and the meditation that you have done. We have to be really careful when dealing with nature spirits. They are not like angelic spirits. They are raw energies, and they are set a task to look after the planet. As humans, we are not very good at looking after the planet ourselves, so fae folk can be a little hostile if you invade their space. Which is why in the meditation you wear a cloak of protection. They are given the chore of looking after parts of the planet. So there will be the air spirits that look after, with the winged creatures that look after our birds and our butterflies and any flying creatures. And there would be our gnomes that look after ground creatures and plants. So you're looking at the different elements and what do they do. But if you then thought about nature and how nature can be and how raw nature can be, you'll then start to understand the energy of the elementals that look after it. If you think about ground, there can be earthquakes, there can be volcanic energies there. If you look at our air spirits, this is just the two that I've picked out, you would see that there can be tornadoes and there can be high winds that cause difficulties. So we're looking at the pleasant part of nature and also when nature serves a blow as well. So I wanted you now this week to research these elementals, which is why I'm not giving you all of the information, and you will look at the cardinal points and see which elementals are responsible for each area and what they do, and you will feed it back to me on your Wix app homework page. Now, there are incredible benefits for understanding how nature works, but also how nature spirits work. You could twaddle off and go to a sacred site and think that you could hold a ritual there, and you could have totally upset a nature spirit, and after that be really slapped back in some way by problems. So we have to understand what we're doing in their realms as witches, as well as we would understand moving around in the physical world and what areas we were going to there. They have their own system and hierarchy, and they have different spirits. They have their own kings and queens in these realms, and they are completely different to how you would imagine them, and when upset, not very good with you at all. Even in doing the meditation, I had found that there were little bits of mischief in the meditation, and we had to have 2 takes, which is something that never happens ordinarily. I once made the mistake of inviting Fae into the house. I live in the forest, and I put all fantastic artefacts up the stairs so that they would come into my home. And what then happened was, for a period of 6 months, people fell down my stairs and caused their self-injury, and I'm sure little Fae folk were laughing their socks off. We even had a clergyman who visited the house who managed to fall down 2 flights of my oak stairs, actually turning a corner at the time. And it wasn't for a little while that I realised that what I'd done, I blamed the cleaner for polishing the stairs, and she vehemently denied it. So you need to be a bit careful in the handling of elemental energies. They can be raw as nature, and they can be as forceful. So they're not to be trifled with. If we do something, we need to show it the utmost respect. I have a well in my garden, And initially I decided to honour the well and the undines that frequent the well. I dressed it all and made it look quite beautiful, and then forgot about it and neglected it. As a busy witch, I obviously offended them considerably, as all of the foliage grew over the well and covered it. Then what happened, I started to have leaking problems with waterworks in the house, strange things happening, banging pipes, and I once again realised that I had been unfavourable to them. I got outside and we cut everything back, and I was on it again with my offerings, and all of our water problems cleared up. So be careful what you do. If you start to honour a particular elemental and their clan, then you would really need to continue with that. We can't be slapdash with anything that we do. We need to be methodical. If I had you as a friend and I was with you 1 minute and you did things for me and then I ignored you for the rest of the time, I couldn't really then wonder why you had got upset with me and decided to show a tiny bit of retribution. And certainly you would be a lot kinder than they would. So I want you to understand these elementals, it's very important, and understand the ferocity of nature as well as its benefits. Have a good time, put your stuff in the homework page. Thank you, girls and boys.